Today, we're diving into a case that's been overlooked for far too long. Why Kevin Brown, one of the most dominant pitchers of his era, deserves a plaque in Cooperstown. If you've ever heard of him, or you're wondering why he's not already in the Hall of Fame, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this guy was a beast on the mound and why the voters got it wrong. Let's get started. Kevin Brown pitched 19 seasons in Major League Baseball from 1986 to 2005, suiting up for the six teams: the Rangers, Baltimore Orioles, Florida Marlins, San Diego Padres, Dodgers, and New York Yankees. Over the span, he racked up 211 wins, a 3.28 ERA, and a jaw-dropping 67.8 wins above replacement according to Baseball Reference. That WAR number, it's higher than Hall of Famers like Sandy Koufax, Jim Palmer, and Roy Halladay. Yeah, you heard that right. This guy's career value stacks up with the legends. So, what made Kevin Brown so special? Let's break it down. First off, this dude had one of the nastiest pitches in baseball history, a sinking fastball that hitters just couldn't touch. It sat in the mid-90s with insane movement, turning bats into ground ball machines. In fact, Brown has the second most putouts by a pitcher in MLB history, behind only Greg Maddux. That's how often hitters pounded his sinker into the dirt, and he'd just scoop it up and fire to first. One of his defining moments came on June 10, 1997, with the Florida Marlins. Brown threw a no-hitter against the San Francisco Giants. 99 pitches, 85 of them fastballs, no walks, and the only blemish was a hit batter. It was pure dominance, and it wasn't a fluke. That same year, he helped the Marlins win their first ever World Series, going 2-0 in the NLCS game against the Braves, including a complete game in Game 6 despite battling the flu. Talk about clutch. Brown's peak from 1996 to 2000 might be the strongest argument for his Hall of Fame case. Over those 5 years, he went 82-41 with a 2.51 ERA, 1,209 innings, the most in the majors during that stretch. He led the league in ERA twice, 1.89 in 1996 and 2.58 in 2000, and only Pedro Martinez had a better ERA in that span. This was the steroid era, folks, when hitters were juiced and offense was through the roof. Brown didn't just survive it, he dominated it. In 1998, with the San Diego Padres, he took it to another level in the playoffs. Game 1 of the NLDS, the Astros, 8 scoreless innings, 16 strikeouts, second only to Bob Gibson's 17 in postseason history at the time. He later threw a shutout in the NLCS game against the Braves to send the Padres to the World Series. Sure, they got swept by the Yanks, but Brown's postseason heroics showed he could shine on the biggest stage. Now, let's talk about numbers that put him in elite company. Brown's .127 ERA plus, that's ERA adjusted for league and ballpark, is better than Hall of Famers like John Smoltz, Don Drysdale, and Hal Newhouser. He's one of only 7 pitchers with 200 to 220 wins and an ERA plus between 120 and 135. 4 of those guys are in the Hall. The other 2, Curt Schilling, who should be in, and Eddie Chicote, banned for the Black Sox scandal. Brown's 211 wins might not hit that magical 300 mark, but in an era of 5-man rotations and bullpen reliance, that is total gold. 6-time All-Star, led the AL in wins in 1992 with 21, pitched over 200 innings in 9 seasons, including a whopping 265 in 1992, threw 72 complete games and 17 shutouts. Oh, and he was the first player to sign a $100 million contract in baseball history. 7 years, $105 million with the Dodgers in 1999. That's not a Hall of Fame credential, but it shows how much teams valued him. So why isn't he in the Hall? Well, there are a few knocks. His final years with the Yankees were rough. A 6.50 ERA in 2005 and a brutal Game 7 meltdown in the 2004 ALCS against the Red Sox. Fair point, but plenty of Hall of Famers had late career stumbles. Jack Morris, anyone? Brown was also named in the 2003 Mitchell report for alleged steroid use. But so were guys like Mike Piazza, Jeff Bagwell, who still got in. And let's be real, he wasn't exactly Mr. Congeniality. His intense personality rubbed some people the wrong way, and that might have hurt his voter appeal. Compare him to Roy Halladay and John Smoltz, two first-ballot Hall of Famers. Brown's got more wins than Smoltz, a better ERA than both, and more WAR than Halladay. Smoltz had 154 saves as a closer. Sure, but Brown's peak as a starter was just as impressive. Halladay's postseason ERA was 2.37. Brown's was 4.19, but Brown's sample includes the 04 disaster. Before that, he was lights out in October. The voters gave him one shot in 2011, and he just got 2.1% of the vote. One and done. That's criminal. Kevin Brown wasn't flashy. He didn't rack up 3,000 strikeouts or chase headlines. He just went out there inning after inning and shoved. His numbers hold up against the best of his time, and the best of all time. The Hall of Fame isn't just about fame, it's about greatness. And Brown was great. It's time for the Veterans Committee to right this wrong when he's eligible again in 2026. What do you think? Does Kevin Brown belong in Cooperstown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you agree, and subscribe for more baseball deep dives. Until next time, keep swinging for the fences.